Yo, what it do, what it do? Welcome to Trick Bag TV. This YoungBoy the host with the most, I guess. You feel what I'm saying? Hit that like, comment, and definitely hit the motherfucking subscribe button. You feel what I'm saying? Each day that grow, each subscriber that come on, you know what I'm saying? We trying to, not say get to the top, but just get somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? But here it is. We on Clubhouse. They give TV for the content. Man, you got the culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? As I should say. Because Wack 100 is a culture vulture. You know, all day, every day. Because all he do is, you know what I'm saying, try to bring down our community. You know, but you got Trap Lord Ross in that piece. You feel what I'm saying? And they talking about, you know, Trap Lord, you know, with this Chicago drill scene, you know, content that he be producing and everything like that. To me, he another culture vulture because first of all, you way in the UK, you know what I'm saying? You saying, you know, you doing this and that, you know, but at the end of the day, you doing it for yourself, you know what I'm saying? You getting that bag off the money, telling the stories and everything, and you don't have no connection to these communities and stuff like that. You don't know how, you know, the effect that the cause and effect that some of these videos and content y'all be putting out. You feel what I'm saying? And also I heard, you know, him mention, you know, a few other things, and I'm gonna bring that up in the video and stuff like that because, you know, because you gotta be held accountable for the content that you put out. You know what I'm saying? And don't be trying to play the victim card when, you know, people want questions and answers from you from what you're putting out. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get to this content. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And visit our friends, Shop Banks, Shea News TV, Tree Tips 2021, DYSC TV, to name a few, you know, but here we go.
Reporting on these situations, I don't think anybody, especially a murderer or a killer, has a right to privacy as far as like just killing people and nobody's ever allowed to talk to it. You know, if that's the case, you know, we need to shut down Chicago Tribune, we need to shut down CNN, because I guess if you can't talk about any tragedies going on in the community, that's just free speech over, right? And we just can't ever talk about anything negative, and we're living in a 1984 dystopia. So really, I'm just...
See, my thing is, and I'll say this from the jump, why are you not talking about what's going on in your communities? You feel what I'm saying? You talking about some shit that's going on thousands of miles from you, and you don't know one damn person. We're about to get back to this content.
Just reporting on stuff that's going on. Rappers getting killed, that's front page news. Anytime a rapper gets killed, I'm seeing it front page of the news for the stuff that I'm dealing with. And it's really not a disrespect, but it's like, at the end of the day, if you're somebody that has committed murders and rapped about it and got millions of views rapping about it, we have a right to know about you. And, you know, I'll use King Von as an example. You know, I think King Von talking about his friends and his family is very important to tell his story. You can't really understand why Von was so violent and why he wanted to kill so many people without talking about the fact that his father was murdered when he was 11. He was shot by a sniper. And these are the sorts of issues that guys are growing up dealing with, and that's unfortunately what leads some guys to be violent. And I think it's really important to get the whole family context and kind of explain people's backgrounds, where they're coming from, who they're associated with over the years, to try and give people an understanding. And I'm really not trying to put anyone on blast or anything like that. I think if you kill somebody, people are going to talk about it, and you got absolutely no right to say, oh, well, I caught 2 bodies and rapped about it, but you're making a video about it, you're making it hot for me. Like, bro, you killed people and you made it hot for yourself and for your family, and people are going to talk about it now. You know, it's a very unfortunate situation. I have a lot of sympathy for, you know, the mothers and the family members of people that, you know, ended up killing people, you know, guys that were involved in the murders of prominent rappers. That really does impact and kind of ruin their families' lives. You know, you've got a son that's known for a high-profile murder case. It's unfortunate that that person is now going to be in the spotlight. But again, that's not my fault. You know, I didn't choose for somebody to get murdered. There's always, you know, whether it's you watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series and they talk about how it impacted his family. You know, that's a real thing. And again, I think people just really like to try and direct everything at me. Like, they want to try and act like I'm responsible for the violence, or like I'm responsible for the retaliation, like when a rapper or a gangster rapper.
Now, see, this is where he wrong. You feel what I'm saying? It's called accountability. You know what I'm saying? The accountability on what you posting and shit, you know? Because at the end of the day, one of two things gonna happen. People gonna agree with you, or they gonna disagree with you. You feel what I'm saying? But all that other shit that he talking and everything like that, to me, is a moot point. Because for one, you never spend time in these communities. So how would you know how someone feel, or the cause and effects that go on and stuff like that? You feel what I'm saying? Because if you talk about that, then you'll have to be talking about people in government and stuff like that, and yada, 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 yada. And, you know, and not talk about the people in the streets, because those are the easy targets. You feel what I'm saying? And especially with y'all bloggers that be on the internet, you know what I'm saying, putting these street stories out there, because the street people ain't as tech savvy as y'all. And y'all know what y'all doing. But let's get back to this content.
Rapper, drill rapper kills somebody, disses them, and then spins back, and people want to act like, well, your documentary that kind of laid out the facts in a responsible way is the reason for the violence continuing. I just think that's just untrue. I think it's a disingenuous argument, and I think the sad truth is, I think a lot of people just think I shouldn't do this job because I'm white. And, you know, I understand why people might think that, and I know hip-hop is you know, it's overall regarded as black culture, even though there's a lot of really successful white rappers. Like, it is dominated by black people, a lot of really talented black people. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of white people that maybe do journalism on the sidelines of this genre of music that they love, you know, get a lot of heat as a result of that. And I think, you know, I think it's wrong, and I just believe in what I do, and I try and do so with integrity, and I don't intend to cause anyone drama, but at the end of the day, if you want to talk about a rapper that's on the mic talking about he's got 7 bodies in front of millions of people, I'm going to look into it, and I'm probably going to look into his family, and I'm probably going to look into the victims, and I'm probably going to look into the victims' families. And, you know, one thing that's interesting to me is, like, when the Von thing was kind of going on, and a lot of people said, oh, that's cap, you're putting dirt on his name, it's disrespectful, he didn't do any of that. I felt like that did a disservice to the victims and their families, because those people are gone, and, you know, people aren't.
See, one thing, I'm gonna jump to, you know, some shit that he's saying right there. And when I heard this video, I already knew, you know what I'm saying, like, man, the shit that with him being white, that's like a card that he pulling, you know, because it's like a UK view. You know what I'm saying? He not even from the United States. He from the UK. So, you know what I'm saying? They go have that traditional hip thinking, especially when it come to hip hop and everything like that. They'll always go back to Eminem or whatever have you, or, you know, or all kind of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's called responsibility. You know, whether you white or black, you responsible for shit that you post. What about all them other black bloggers that, you know what I'm saying, who put the shit out there, but they died. They died. Rest in peace to Zach TV. You feel what I'm saying? But come on now. You know, this is bullshit. And Wack 100, he full of shit too.
People aren't in custody, and, you know, there's a lot of whether you talk about the KI situation, you know, her mother's in interviews talking about she knew Von did it, and I think, you know, where's the respect for the victims' families? We want to talk about, oh, well, you shouldn't be able to talk about a rapper that did a murder and any of the situations around them and their childhood, but it's like, what about the families and the friends and the people that missed their loved ones that were killed by the rappers that I'm talking about? You know, I always try and put in that extra perspective. Like, if you watch my Philly video that I did recently, in there I kind of put in obituaries of you know, how much people are missing their friends that passed away in this gang war, or innocent people that were killed in the crossfire. And that's where the responsibility of what I do comes in. I'm not just trying to do a kill fest, bloodthirsty, violent escapade type video. I'm trying to do responsible journalism on popular drill music that unfortunately has become very violent in recent times. So that's my take on it. But I really respect your question. I'd always break it down and explain my side of things to people.
So we can hear your passion.
Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry.
I was going to pass you right. Ooh, sorry, Mr. Kim. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Trap Lord. I'm going to be back after a few more of my teammates come on and ask you some questions. I'm definitely going to be back with some more complex questions for you. So thank you so much for allowing me to ask you.
I appreciate you.
I just wanted to hit you.
Look at the consensus view of him. Mr. Trap Lord. Mr. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is just a blogger and shit like that. We're blogging on, you know what I'm saying, stories other people reporting and stuff like that. And, and like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I can never respect somebody like him. We couldn't even have rap with each other. Why? Because, man, all that shit that you typing, talking, posting, and everything, I'm not digging. And shout out and rest in peace